Good morning. So it's been a little while since I've posted a video concerning my lymphoma treatment. And I've had a couple people ask me about that, why I haven't posted an update video. So here I am, I'm posting an update video, but I don't have a lot to update you about. So before I say that, I don't know if I've used this background before. I've tried to use a different background with each video. Don't know why, but I said I was going to do that in the beginning, so I'm trying to hold to it. But this is, which I may have used this, I know I mentioned this print before, but this is a print of the Edmund Fitzgerald that Denise bought me for a birthday present many years ago. It used to hang in our living room, and now it hangs in my office here at the church. And then there's some other just pictures. I have a picture of my siblings up here and my kids up here behind me. And anyway, that's the background. The hat is one that I've worn before. It was from my daughter Amy, and it's a store down in Greenville. She lives in Travelers Rest, which is right near Greenville, sort of a suburb of Greenville, South Carolina, with her husband Jordan, and then also Lucy and Ada, and another one on the way, which I have two daughters and a daughter-in-law that are expecting. So we're going to have grandbabies coming in like May, July, and August, I think. We're going to have three additional grandbabies. So we're looking, Denise and I are both looking forward to and excited about that. Let's see, as far as the cancer update, I'm still waiting on another PET scan. So just to kind of go back, when I had my last chemo treatment, like, I don't know, like a month later, they did January 5th, they did a PET scan. And then a week later, I went in with met with the oncologist and found out that that the results weren't what he was looking for, was hoping for, and there were still what he called some hot spots in the lymph nodes in my abdomen area. So he transferred me over to the Rogel Cancer Center at the University of Michigan, and I met with an oncologist there, and she did a really good job of putting all three PET scans on a computer screen, and took a long time going over everything. And what her feeling is, which I'm sure I probably shared this, her theory, I guess you might say, is that she thinks it could be either something else that is making those lymph nodes show up, I guess, or react, or it could be nothing, and then or it could be the large B cell lymphoma. So originally she was recommended a biopsy, but the doctors that do the biopsy said that no, it's too close to other organs and they could damage things because those lymph nodes are pretty small at this point, and Lord willing, they'll stay small. So the biopsy was not an option, so what she recommended was another PET scan. And so I'll have a PET scan. In fact, I'm going to follow up on a doctor today that's supposed to schedule that PET scan. And my feelings are that PET scan is going to be the first week or second week of April. So I'll have another PET scan, and then they'll look to see if the size of those lymph nodes has changed, increased. And if they haven't, then they've pretty much stayed the same throughout. And then what they'll do is which this would probably have happened regardless, they'll put me on something they call active monitoring, which means I'll just go back, they'll check me physically, and then maybe every once in a while they'll do a PET scan. I don't know how often, maybe once every 6 months, maybe every year, and I'll just be monitored. And a couple reasons for that. One is because of the concern of these lymph nodes in my abdomen, and secondly because with lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma patients, the chances of reoccurrence of this lymphoma is greatest during the first 2 years after your treatment. And then I think once you get past that, you're sort of out of the woods, and you can kind of go on and be checked every, longer period of time between those checkups. So that's where I'm at with the lymphoma. So I don't really have much else to report. I'll might not post another video until after I have that PET scan to give you an update on that. I want to say too that you may have seen this on Facebook. The Climax High School every year has a Carol Vick memorial game, which Josh Vick is a teacher at Climax. He's also a basketball coach, was girls varsity coach for years, and his mother taught at Colon High School, and she passed away from breast cancer. And then for about 4 or 5 years, I think about 5 years, they've had this Carol Vick memorial game at Climax when Climax plays Colon, and they have a guest of honor every time, and that's someone who's going through cancer. And I was the guest of honor, so I'm very honored to have been the guest of honor. It was a great game, a good turnout. They did a good job. They brought my family out in the middle of the court and said a few things about my cancer journey. And they actually read a statement that I had put up at least a part of it there. And then there was a couple articles in our little town newspaper, the Climax Crescent, which you may have seen some of those posted on Facebook too. I tried to share that stuff when I could. So that's pretty much, I really appreciate and was honored. I want to thank Josh Vick and the folks at Climax High School and the people of the Climax community, those that came out. I had a lot of friends and family that came out for that, and that was a real encouragement and blessing to me. And also this week is Ryden's birthday. He'll be 10 years old, so we'll celebrate his birthday. I think we're going to actually do that on Saturday. And the family's doing great. Like I said, we got some grandkids on the way. Josiah is actually coming home, I think, today for his spring break, which is kind of early, but this is his spring break, so we'll have him home for a week. So that'll be really nice as well, and I'll put him to work around the house with me probably over the course of that week. So I'm sort of looking forward to that. And I think that's all that I need to report on at this time. I really appreciate your prayers. God has really shown me a lot through his people and their outpouring of love and support and prayer, the phone calls, the texts, and just cards of encouragement that I've gotten. And I just really want to say I really appreciate that. And folks have been a real blessing. And God has his grace in this has been poured out abundantly upon me. And I just give him all the glory for what he's done. I feel great, by the way. I've actually probably lost about 25 pounds, and I'm eating better than I probably have been, and maybe better than I ever have been. I'm eating better, and Denise is a great cook. We eat a lot of fish. She just feeds me really well. I've actually been juicing, not extensively, but pretty much that's normally, I drink about 32 ounces of a vegetable juice that we make. I drink that every day. That's sort of my lunch. I don't usually eat lunch, so that's probably contributed to some of the weight loss. Definitely, I have almost no sugar, no dairy, very little dairy. I'll eat some cheese sometimes. And then no gluten for the most part as well. So that's a tough order right there because I really like my gluten. But anyway, I appreciate you folks watching, and you've been a wonderful blessing to me, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to give you this update. So have a wonderful day.